Are you ready? Freedom came my way that night, just like a jet plane, in and out of sight. I was hauling ass at 1,000,000 miles an hour, wondering how hard I'd hit. When they came into the station, they said I was bad beyond repairs, but I got no qualms with my situation. Say, here I am. So say, Cherie, 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 won't you dare to? Say, Cherie, 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 won't you dare to? Say, Cherie, Cherie, Cherie. Yeah. Leave a message and your number, please. Take your time to want to satisfy me. Take all these old fantasies and send them care of me. All right, good people. Good. What? No TikTok? Vicky. You know we're on TikTok. Him like slow-moving cold front. His beard was warmer than a look in her eye. She sat on a stool and he said, "What do you want?" She said, "Give me a love that don't freeze up inside." Said, "I have melted some hearts in my time, dear, but to sit next to you, well, I shiver and shake. If I knew love, well, I don't think I'd be here, asking myself if I've got what it takes to melt your icy blue heart. Should I start? Turn what's been frozen for years into a river of tears. Oh, got it flowing tonight. Side Hustle Mimi has a bad connection. Sorry, we're not going to be able to do the show tonight. If Side Hustle can't get all of this, I guess she's going to have to watch a recording. Listen, this is not easy. We're in tough times, right? Cams. Yes, cameras. There we go. Fantastic, beautiful, lovely black bar. Kyle, if you could go on ahead and put the black bar up for the people on TikTok. The people on TikTok are really looking for a little support here, Kyle. You understand what we're saying? Oh, Kyle. Good Lord. What a mess. What a mess we've got here. What is going on? Just everybody calm down, especially producer Brandon. He said over there, he's post-it note raging. La ta ti 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 ti. See the hill is quiet town where the old trees sway. Whisper of the pines echo through the day. People greet you with a nod. Nothing ever seems to change. Stories still unfold, it's unique and strange. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Kyle Shannon. This here's the AI Learning Lab. And you're thinking like, well, it sounds like the mediocre old guy singing songs lab. Close. It's very close to that. And then after I get bored with this and the dog falls asleep because he's tired of singing, then we move on and we start talking about things. Usually some sort of philosophical brain fog that I am swimming through. Occasionally, if you hang out long enough, there's a pearl of wisdom that can be gleaned from something. It's kind of like the million monkey theory, right? An infinite number of monkeys on an infinite number of keyboards will eventually type out the complete works of Shakespeare. So you just got to hang out and potentially 3 or 4 words from some lesser known Shakespearean play may get strung together here. Right? So that's the kind of insights that we promise here at the AI Learning Lab. Oh, and then there's cool people that are here that come here every night and they're fucking awesome. So why you come here is not for me, which should be obvious. It's for them. The monkeys accidentally made a Game of Thrones sequel. Actually, you know what's funny, Brandon? That is in fact a really interesting connection that if you think about what a large language model is, it's essentially like all the typing of all the words of all the people. And then it just generates new combinations of those tokens, of those fragments of words. And yeah, it created a Game of Thrones sequel good enough that a court is going to allow George R.R. Martin to sue the shit out of OpenAI. Whee! Crazy. Udio today. So I'm going to talk about this a bit later, but Udio got bought by, or they have a strategic partnership with Universal Music Group. And as of today, you can no longer download the songs that you made on Udio. People are not happy. I've seen this movie before. The media companies in 1995 and 96 started panicking. They're like, the internet's going to ruin publishing. And it did. They were right. But you know, those big companies, they go through a bunch of cycles. The first cycle is sue them. The second cycle is buy them. and then the third phase of the cycle is destroy what you've bought because you don't actually understand what you bought. so Udio, I'm going to go on out on a limb here and say is pretty much dead at this point. Napster V 2025. It's exactly what it is, Silver Fox. So, yeah, it's fucking exhausting because it just is. It's just like we've got to go through all the twistings and clutching of pearls, the clutching of corporate pearls, and the power centers that where their power is eroding, doing what they can legally and financially to stop that power from eroding. Some small percentage of those big companies will be fine. A lot of them are going to get swallowed and acquired. We're just going to have giant fucking monopolies. Even bigger ones. And then depending on like the music industry is a really interesting one. It's going to be fascinating to see how film and the music industry absorb this. I was watching, I don't know if you've watched today, Adobe Maxes this week. And so on TikTok all day today, there were little snippets from Adobe Max. And it's just like AI feature porn. Adobe Max was just like, look, it'll automatically rename your layers. Ooh, look, you can remove a complicated thing from a scene and it'll understand all the places that need to be retouched. And it was just, and people are like, ooh, ah. Yeah, the other thing that's happening, ASCAP, BMI, and whatever the third main licensing group is, today, not I assume not coincidentally, but all of the major publishing entities, the copyright entities like ASCAP, have basically said today that they will accept partially AI-generated works. So if you're a musician and you use something like Suno, like we've been doing on this channel for fucking 2 years now, right? Where we start out, we get an idea, we go in there. Sometimes Suno gives us the idea. Sometimes we have the idea. We go in there, we generate lyrics somewhere else, we tweak them, we rewrite them, we go in, we generate 40 fucking songs till we find one we like, then we tweak that, then we publish that, maybe make a video of that. You're going to be able to retain your rights on those. I don't know the specific laws, but this shit's moving fast, right? Like when it was the hip hop era, it took, with sampling and Napster and hip hop sampling, that took 4 or 5 years before it wasn't just, you're stealing from us. You're ruining musicians' lives. You're ruining everything. You horrible people. It was a few years before they sort of caved and accepted reality. So the fact that this happened in kind of a year and a half, that's pretty fast. Your thoughts on doing a print-on-demand challenge using high-quality AI-made. What do you mean a print-on-demand challenge? Do you mean a print-on-demand company? I mean, I think it's a great idea. I'm actually an advisor to someone who's doing a print-on-demand T-shirt company. Is there a challenge getting high quality AI images for print on demand? Fuck no. These upscaling tools like Magnifique and Topaz Labs, and there's one inside Krea now. And there's a bunch of open source models that are the upscalers. The upscalers are really quite insane. So if you get your settings right, if you're doing a print on demand site, basically all you'd have to do is figure out, 2 or 3 different kinds of images and have different settings for them, like cartoons versus photorealistic and things like that. Yeah, you can upscale. I mean, print on demand doesn't require. It's not like you're printing in high-end magazines, right? Print on demand is like if you have 600 DPI on a 12 by 12 image, that's fine. I meant that. Wait, would you do such a challenge on TikTok or post it? Oh, on your TikTok and post it. You know what I might do? All right, so we're going to kill a couple of birds with one stone here. So if you can pop up the AI Festivus banner there, Brandon. So on December 26th and 27th, we're doing a thing that we did last year called AI Festivus, AI for the rest of us. It's 9 p.m. It's 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday, December 26th and December 27th. And I know you're like, but that's right after the holiday. That's right before. I'm going to be with my family then. Why would you do a big AI event then? Because you don't want to be with your family. You want to be learning about AI. So what I might do is maybe we'll do something like we'll do an AI Festivus contest for people creating AI Festivus like social graphics and T-shirt graphics. And then maybe we'll take the best one, and like a month out from Festivus, we'll launch a print-on-demand T-shirt or something like that. Yeah, I'd do that. I'd absolutely do that. Why not? That's a great idea. I like it. I like it. Do we have our AI bot here tonight? Is AI rising in the house? We got invaded by an AI bot last night. I started creating the website itself, doing everything slowly. Kyle, can I do a small jingle in Suno, only a sentence or a few words? I don't think Suno. So Suno does have a change the duration feature. So once you produce a song, you can go into Studio, I think it is, and then there's a feature where you can change the duration of a song. I don't know if you can drop it down to jingle length. I think that producer.ai might allow you to do that because you can just ask for it. Like producer.ai, you can just ask for what you want. I think you can ask for song length there. We're gonna go play tonight with Cartisia, which is I think it's better than 11 Labs for like voice cloning and natural voice. And they just came out with Sonic 3, which I guess Sonic is their model, and they just came out with Sonic 3. And I did a clone of my voice, and when I do clones of my voice, because I'm like kind of all over the place, dynamic range wise, those cloned voices rarely sound like me to me. This one actually sounded like me. Alan Turing said AI bot is on the way. You can edit it in Suno Pro. Oh, am I buying a 1X Neo HomeBot to feed Champy Cheese? So if you didn't see it, there's a new bot that was released. Well, no, was not released. There's a new bot that you can pre-order for $200. Producer Brandon pre-ordered one. And Brandon, do you know what those things are? They're remotely operated robots. They're not AI. They're not AI robots. Oh, you did not pre-order one? Oh, okay. He's getting defensive. I'm pretty certain he pre-ordered one, but he's not going to admit it right now because he realized that there's a bunch of young laborers driving American robots around American homes, snooping through everyone's drawers. It's $500 a month to have China snoop through your house. Yeah, the AI Learning Lab doesn't pay $20,000 in commissions. Exactly. So we're gonna play with Cartisia tonight, and then we're also gonna play with this thing called Pomelli, which I don't like. Google, I don't like. Notebook LM sounds like notebook language model. Notebook LM, okay, it's a notebook. You're using a large language model. And Gemini is like, begins with a G, and then there's this tool called Pamelli that they released 2 days ago. I played with it a little bit. It's pretty slick. So we're going to go play with that. If you're a video geek and you want to compete for some credits, Hedra, Hedra, Hedra.ai, I think it is. Is that right? Hedra, the video tool, they're having a Halloween contest. So if you make Hedra.ai, if you make some Halloween videos tonight and get them posted, they'll give you like 100 credits or something like that. Pomelli is Pomelli. Telescope, looking at the world tonight through a blue telescope. Wish I might not see what I see. Sheet metal on sheets of ice. Looking through this blue telescope down a moonstruck road tonight. All right, let's get going. Let's get going here on that internet. Hey, everybody out there on the internet, how you doing tonight? You doing good? Are you a fan of the AI? Or are you like, the robots are going to kill us? What are you people doing? Oh, you can be on either side of that spectrum. I think it's more fun over on the optimist side. That other side seems scary to me. If you spend all your time reinforcing how scary AI is, there's lots of evidence out there. But you know what we do here? Rather than hide from it, we're like, well, it's here. It ain't going anywhere. Might as well learn to see if we can use this thing in some sort of powerful way. And you know what we've discovered? You can. I had a cool thing. You can either... I had an epiphany today. So I had one last night where I had this vision of you can either treat AI like it's in front of you, coming at you, or like it's behind you, pushing you forward. And then what struck me today is there's some language that can go with that, is you can either treat AI like a competitor or a collaborator. And if you treat it like a competitor, you're like, oh, the AI is going to take my job and it's coming at me, right? It's in my face, coming at me. Or you can say, hey, wait a minute, I've got agency. I'm a human. I'm going to choose to put myself forward. So I'm going to take my ideas and my questions and my challenges and my problems I want to solve. And those are going to lead. And I'm going to employ AI to amplify me. So I'm going to strap it on behind me like a jetpack. Fill in all my gaps, take my ideas, amplify them, go change the fucking world. Like, you can choose to use it either way. I think this latter one's kind of cool, right? You get to become the super genius, and AI's just there supporting you. Or you can fight it. Which I just think as these robots get smarter, that's going to suck more and more to fight it. Or just ignore it. La, 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 la. AI's not coming for my job. AI's not coming for my job. So, anyway. All right. What are we going to do? Let's go do Pamelli, because it seems to be, Mr. IT seems to be confused about where it is, who it is, what it is. I know it sounds like a pasta brand, doesn't it? Oh, I had that rotini tonight. You know what I had? That brand I had was the Pomelli. So good. I had the Pomelli protein pasta. It's actually made of chickpeas. Oh my goodness, right? Because normally I get a little bit of the flux after I have a plate of pasta. You know, I'm like, oh, that was so tasty. And then I'm like, oh, right? But not with the protein pasta, because it's chickpeas. It's got a lot of protein in it. So fantastic. That Pamelli brand is delicious. I don't know why they named it that. Apparently someone had pasta the night before. It goes well with your nano banana. That's good, Producer Brandon. Producer Brandon on tonight. He's feeling a little better. He's been a little under the weather, so he's been a little low key, but he's popping in there. Nice. All right, what is this? What's the, wait, hang on a sec. Breaking Canva. A fully reimagined professional design app combining photo, vector, and layout tools in one fast, responsive platform. It's pro, and now it's completely free for everyone. Wow. All right. What's that tool called? Is it a tool within Canva? Because Canva is really fucking complicated. Oh, it's called Affinity. Okay, cool. All right, so maybe put that on the list. Maybe we'll go look at that too. Okay. Let's go to Pamelli, shall we? Is it labs.google.com/Pamelli? Probably. labs.google.com/POMELLI. Did it work? Yes, it did. Hi, we're experiencing high demand right now. That's what happens when you make something cool, you dum-dums. Okay. How do I go? Campaigns, business DNA. Reset business DNA. Delete all. Okay. So here's how this thing works. Tabs. Oh, apparently you all wanted to see this. Again, Producer Brandon being on it tonight. Oh, man. It also lowers the barrier to entry to have such LLMs for creating malicious software. Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, here's the deal. Listen, For me, this is a thing of focus. If what you want to focus on is assholes with AI are going to do shitty things, then you can focus on that. My point of view is that's all the media is focusing on. And that's all people outside of AI are focusing on. So I'm going to swim upstream a little bit and focus on what if the good guys did something with AI? And that's what this channel's about. But yeah, assholes can do bad things. And assholes can do bad things with the internet right now and with social engineering and telephones, right? Like it's like everything can be used for bad. And I understand that AI is more powerful, but also the good guys have AI too. So whatever. Okay. So this thing, Pamelli, what this is you basically just point it at a website and it will crawl the website and it will design a brand DNA for you. Like it'll pull your logos, your fonts, your brand colors and create like a whole thing. And then you can generate, it'll give you like campaign ideas, and then you can generate creative executions without it. You know, this is basically like a creative director in your pocket. So we'll just go throw this. I'll point this over at my company website. How do I start? Oh, let's go. So I'm going to go to storyvine.com. Storyvine.com. Hi, my name is Kyle Shannon, CEO of Storyvine. Analyzing your website, about 10 minutes left. Oh, see? Oh, and it does what some of these, some of the agents do. So this is an agent. So it's going off and it's searching my website. And it's got some sort of whack, virtual browser here because it can't open everything on the site. Finding your logo. Learning your tone of voice. Writing your tagline, right? So it's doing all this cool stuff. About 10 minutes left. Studying your brand values. Do you have to have a website to use Pomelli? I don't know. Probably. You have to point it at something. You could potentially, what you could do, Mr. IT, is you could vibe code up a site and just point it at that. All right, this is done. It got all of our colors wrong. we make video storytelling auto magic. That's not bad. Brand values, structure and control, on brand, on message, democratizing storytelling, authenticity, keep the human element, speed and scale. That's pretty good. And then here's images. So there's our logo. All right. Got a bunch of stuff from the site. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. And I guess you can add or remove images. So if it got stuff wrong, you can remove them. That's pretty slick. What's this? Oh, okay. That's just that. Beautiful. All right. Next, we'll use your business DNA to generate social media campaigns. Looks good. So, okay, so you can go edit your brand values. Tone of voice, confident, informative, empowering, casual. That's good. Brand aesthetic, professional, technologically focused, modern, trustworthy, human-centric. Technologically focused and human-centric seem to be contradictory, but they're not. They don't have to be. These colors are wrong, but you can go in and edit them, so that's good. Yep, very nice. Lovely. But we don't care. We'll just let them be shitty for now. The font is sans serif. Let's see. Okay, it's loading fonts, so it's what is our font? Open Sans. Open Sans. There we go. So I just changed that. This is pretty slick, right? Like it's pretty good. All right, so start here from our suggestions or prompt to create a new campaign. Suggestions based on business DNA. UGC meets structure. Start choosing quality or scale. Oh, stop choosing. Scale video, keep control. That's kind of in the neighborhood of what we're talking about. But what I'm going to do is say pharma is our target market and authentic video, scalable, and compliant all seem to be contradictory, but we can make it happen. All right, let's see what this comes up with. By the way, it probably wouldn't be that hard to vibe code something like this yourself. Right? There's 3 modules here. There's the brand DNA module is go scan a website and pull these specific elements. Go pull logos, go pull images, go pull language. And then they've just got a nice framework to drop all those elements, and they're all editable. This module is like the creative brief, like what are we trying to do? Who's the target market here, right? So let's come up with some high-level concepts. And then once we pick one of these, then it'll drop us into the 3rd module, which is go generate a bunch of ads. Worry-free pharma storytelling. That's not bad. Authentic video, 0 compliance risk. 3 ways pharma scales video fast. Let's go with worry-free pharma storytelling. All right. So relieving the stress and fear of non-compliant video content that's associated in the associated financial and legal risks in the pharma sector. Cool. And so now it's over making ads. Authentic storytelling, scaled, capture patient stories and HCP interviews without sacrificing legal safeguards. Fast and safe. And it's got a human being, and it's kind of in that kind of blue thing we have. This is horrible. I hate that graphic. Scale video, simplify compliance. Pre-approved templates guide staff to create authentic. That's close. Can I edit that? Description. Yes. Guide patients and HCPs. Patients, HCPs, and sales reps. All right. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Fantastic. And so see what they did here? See, like every one of these ads has the same recipe. It's got a little header, a little description, and then an image and a call to action. Scale video, simplify compliance. Nice. All right. I like it. It remembered the change I made. Good. Finally, worry-free pharma video. So let me change the header. Finally, worry-free UGC video for pharma. You see what I did there? This is pretty slick. Uh-oh. Fix layout. About 2 minutes left. Oh, man, and my messages are doubling up. Be back after bedtime. Okay, I see you're all in here helping each other. Nice. I think this is for the talented and gifted class. I need to make a website. My connection is terrible tonight. All 3 guys gaming or racing. Yeah, that's rough. If you got a house full of gamers and they're streaming, yeah, that's gonna be rough. So anyway, relatively simple concept here. You know, imagine the sophisticated version of this, right? Like this becomes if Canva does their shit right, their, what is it called, Affinity? Their Affinity tool should be some version of this. My guess is it's not going to be. My guess is it's going to be like an automator for Canva workflows, where this is completely rethinking how you'd create a campaign. Anyway, any questions, thoughts on this? Pamelli? Oh, but Affinity is already a product. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I figured. That Adobe Max conference is wild, because here's my 2 cents on Adobe. Let me get rid of this thing. So I would say Pomelli is worth at least going to play with, just to see. Like, that feels, this feels like a site that was put together relatively quickly. It's relatively basic. It's got decent design, but it's probably just a UX kit that they built it on top of. They probably vibe coded it. Maybe that's why it's in labs. Shut up, producer. Okay. Here's my thoughts on Adobe. Is they're walking a tightrope right now, but I think they have to. But the more generative AI they add into their tools, the less their tools are going to be necessary. Like, the core features of their tools, which are all about control and pixel peeping and, you know, all the shit that handcrafty designers do. They've got 2 things going against them right now. Adobe does. One is their pricing practices. They've basically got the entire creative community held hostage, right? If you want to use professional creative tools, you have to use Adobe, and Adobe knows that, right? They've bought all of the different components of the creative workflow. And talking to John Knack, my buddy John Knack, that I used to work with in the olden timey days, and he worked for Photoshop for a bunch of years, and then he came in and he worked on the AI side of Adobe. You know, they resisted things like automated creative tools for years. Like, you know, people would pitch them automation all the time, and they said, no, Adobe's about handcrafting things. So they have successfully cultivated the entire creative industry to take deep and great pride in depth of creative workflow. And along comes AI, which basically says, fuck it, just say some words and we'll make pictures, right? So you got these cowboys on the outside going, look at this is cool. This is cool. Hey, you want to make something? You want to make something cool? Hey, we can turn it into video now, right? And Adobe's over here going, that's not fair. That's theft. They stole. It's theft. And so they put together their Firefly, their sort of AI. We'll keep AI off in the corner. And then over the past 2 years, they've let AI invade more and more of the product. There's going to be a tipping point where they either have to just embrace it and let it take over their product suite and probably consolidate and lose features and, I don't know, or launch a whole new AI kind of line, or they're going to have to artificially stop it to protect their effective monopoly in creative workflow tools. Like, the creative community doesn't like them very much because their pricing practices are just fucking egregious. And so as AI tools get better and better and better, they're sort of building into their tool the thing that is going to be the demise of their tool. It's like, I don't think there's a good answer. Like, I feel like they're trying to be half pregnant with AI. Like they're leaning into it, but they're like, but this other stuff's still really important. Well, which is it? And it could be both, but it's kind of not going to be. And then they're going to eventually be competing with zero. They're going to be competing with instant creative, long form storytelling, just generated for free, right? That's what they're going to be competing with. So they can say, hey, how you should really make a movie is you should spend a month working on those motion graphics to get those special effects just right. When some 14-year-old snot-nosed kid down the block is just prompting a movie into existence. Ann Murphy's here. Ann Murphy was shaken. Are you in the car still? Are you watching this from the car? She was on a road trip. So Ann Murphy, if you don't know, she is an absolute rock star. She just finished up and is likely having a little postpartum depression from the Create conference. So Ann is the founder of She Leads AI, and they just put on their first annual Create conference, which is really amazing. The AI Salon was a big sponsor of it, and really proud to do so. And it was a really amazing event. So Ann and I are co-hosting Festivus that I talked about earlier. So if you don't know Ann, you need to know Ann. She's a rock star. But she's also like on a road trip. Tell the people the news. Oh, yes. So I don't have it inked. I don't have it contracted, but I have gotten agreement from Robert Scoble to be one of our speakers at Festivus. So Festivus, we have 24 one-hour slots that happen over a 36-hour period. So it's Friday the 26th and Saturday the 27th from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific time, both of those days. So basically 12 hours each day of super generous AI education. And so Robert Scoble, if you don't know him, he used to write about Apple for years, and then he wrote about tech and mobile and the iPhone, and now he's super into the Vision Pro goggles and, way deep into AI and things like that. So Robert is a kind of soothsayer because he just pays attention to everything and he's connected to everyone. So that's really exciting. Do you think this will be like Rand McNally? Rand McNally? I don't know Rand McNally. The map company? Vicky, what? That is so cool. Isn't that cool? Yeah, so I'm super excited. And so if you know anyone who should speak at Festivus. So here's the deal with Festivus. I talked about this last night, but last year, I say we reached out to 35 speakers. Let me be a little bit more accurate tonight because Ann's here. Ann reached out to 35 speakers last year, and 34 of them said yes. So we decided to do this. And she goes, oh, I'll go send out some emails. And so she came back to me like a week later. She's like, Kyle, everyone said yes. What do we do? and like everyone showed up. And the one person that couldn't do it just had a conflict. They wanted to do it, but couldn't. And just all of the speakers showed up with a level of generosity and excitement for being part of this thing that I want to make sure that we retain this year. But it was really a magical event. So I'm super excited about that. That's amazing. Come on, December. I know, right? I know. It's going to be really good. The other thing that we're doing with Festivus this year, and if you're like, but where do we go? What do we do? If you want to see last year's, we haven't updated the site, but if you want to see like last year's speaker lineup and what it was, if you go to aifestivus.com, you can see what was going on last year. If you want basically updates, and as we start rolling things out this year, just go to community.thesalon.ai, community.thesalon.ai. That's our community site, and it'll be announced in there all over the place. So what are the dates? The 26th, December 26th, Friday, and December 27th, Saturday. and it's going to be swell. It was funny. I was talking to Ann tonight, and the thing about that event was, well, first of all, it was absolute chaos because we put it together in 2 weeks. So knowing that Ann and I are both fairly deep in the deep end of ADD, um, the fact that we have more than 2 weeks to prepare this year is probably a disadvantage. Like last year, we were just sort of screaming with our hair on fire and just went. But it was the thing about it was, like, it was as high value as, conferences that you go to that you pay thousands of dollars for, but it was super concentrated, and there was just something celebratory about it, right? There was just something, people were just into it. They were just like, this is the best thing. And some people were like completely new. I heard I got to learn AI, so I just came here. And they sort of with their eyes closed and their head turned, like, this is probably going to be a bunch of nerds. And it wasn't. It was a bunch of human beings that are just like, hey man, I don't know what I'm doing with this AI shit either. I'm trying to figure it out. And it was like, it was just a really beautiful thing. So we're gonna, our mission, Ann and my mission, is to maintain that level of excitement and things like that. It was a feeling of immense belonging. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh man. Sometimes screaming, coming in with your hair on fire. Tell that to Richard Pryor. And then they say, oh yeah, that was the other thing. So last year it was, over 36 hours, 12 hours one day, 12 hours the second day. We got to the end of the 12 hours on the second day, and people were like, can we hang out more? You guys want to hang out? We're like, no, we want to go to bed. They're like, well, we want to hang out. So there was like a rogue after party. So we're going to provide the infrastructure for the after party. So we're going to go for 36 hours. And then Ann and I are going to go take naps. And you all can jump into the after party and do whatever the hell you want to do. Oh yeah, and last night, Ann, you'll love this. So you know how we were talking about doing the 60-day countdown thing? So I talked about that last night, and we had like 3 different people vibe coded us an advent calendar. So we now have an advent calendar. Do we know the address of it? Wait, 9 plus 9 equals 24. What? Brandon is doing cryptic. Oh, I keep saying 36 hours. There's a 12-hour gap in the middle. So it's over 36 hours, 2 12-hour sessions. So 9 to 9, then 12 hours off, then 9 to 9. Where do we get the advent calendar? It's at, Brandon's going to give it to me, I think. It's in the salon. Where in the salon? Community feed? And did it get updated? Did Joe update it last night? All right, Brandon's going to go find it on the salon and tell me where it is. She did. Oh, cool. Awesome. Do you know where it is? Because I don't. Affinity is now free forever. That's Canva. Danielle's in giving us all sorts of access to stuff. If you're not in irregulars right now, you're being a loser. There's cool stuff going on. Okay, irregulars. Wind in my pockets. There's the video we made tonight. I don't see it. Advent calendar. Oh, that's the PDF. Refresh. Da, 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 da. Floweth. Advent calendar PDF. Yeah, that's... Refresh. I did refresh. Advent calendar. Here we go. Okay. So, Anne, at the top. Okay, going to try to find. At the top of irregulars right now, Brandon just did a post and it's got a screenshot of it, but I've got it on screen right now. Can you see it? No, because I didn't share that tab. Now you can see it. So, Anne, check this out. so it's got the countdown, and every one of these tabs jumps you to a different AI tool. So, like, here's Claude AI. Tomorrow is Google Gemini. 56 days out is Hey Gen, Pika Labs, Opus Clip. How crazy is this? Isn't this cool? And then it ends with what you call it? 25, 26. It ends with Festivus. I know. Isn't it cool? So it's like, oh, which, by the way, speaking of like just doing shit, like, you know, someone says, hey, we should make an advent calendar, and like 3 or 4 people all go and do it. And then this was the one we ended up picking. I've been talking this week about treating AI like a practice. And the basic idea there, if you haven't heard it, if you're new here, the basic idea of treating AI like a practice is treat it like a daily practice, like meditation. And think about activities in 3 broad areas. Play first, which looks like learning, but not learning like, oh my God, I've got to learn something. I've got to go to class. No. Think of learning like, I'm going to go play. I'm going to go play with these tools. And particularly, I'm going to go play with tools that do shit that I'm not good at. You know those things that give you like agita when you're like, you think about doing them, you're like, I'm really horrible at that. Like I'm like that with money. I'm like, that makes me go, ooh. You might be like that with pictures or with words or with business stuff, whatever. Go play with these tools. And what you will discover is that all the things you thought you were shitty at, you can now do. So that's play. So imagine doing that every day, like a practice. I'm going to go play for 15 minutes on something. The next area to think about is create excellence. So build something, solve a problem. Like this advent calendar was, we were talking about things. Man, it would be so cool if we had this countdown. So it was someone in here, it wasn't my idea. So, like I said something about the advent calendar, and then someone said, ooh, every day could be a different tool you go try. Like play. I was like, ooh, that's really good. I said, someone should vibe code that. And like 15 minutes later, someone had. It's amazing, right? And so think about like solving a problem or building something. And then the third area to think about as a part of a daily practice is leading, generously leading, sharing what you've learned, sharing the things you've built, you know, putting it out there. Well, it's not very good. It only took me like 15 minutes. Yeah, apology. Stop fucking apologizing and just share what you're learning. Because in doing that, it'll anchor what you're learning, but it will also establish you as a leader. Someone who is thinking critically about AI and thinking critically about humanity and other people. And you'll start to engender trust. So, and if you do that in a place like the AI Salon, where She Leads AI, you start to make friends and you start to make, you know, colleagues and start to build relationships. And when the shit starts to hit the fan with employment, being in groups like this is going to be really important. So there you have it. Fantastic, Bob. I built a countdown iOS app as well. Oh, super cool. Post it in community feed data staples and post it in irregulars if you would. All right, groovy. All right, so let's go play with Cartisia. Relationships scare me. They should. People suck. You should be scared, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be in community. It really doesn't. It like here. So let me dig one layer deeper on why I think this is important. In today's world, if you've got really excellent skills especially in a particular vertical, you're really good at motion graphics, or you're really good at a particular kind of writing, medical writing, law, whatever it is. Your value in today's world is tied to those skills. The tasks of all of the individual skills are increasingly going to be automated out by AI. So the implication of that is if I work with someone that's really good at this kind of law, and I know that they're good at that kind of law, but I actually hate working with them, we're moving into an era where there's going to be other lawyers that have access to AI that are going to be as good as that person at that deep vertical, because they're going to have access to all of the knowledge of the world. And as these tools get better, those deep vertical expertise are going to get democratized out. And so then who do you end up working with in a world where everyone can essentially do everything? You start to work with people you like. You start to work with people you trust, with people that you know give a shit, right? Have the right attitude. Like how we hire today versus how we're going to hire 5 years from now are very different worlds. So being in a community where you're trusted and you're a contributor and you're reliable and you show up and you do things and you take one for the team every now and again, that's going to be incredibly valuable in the next 3 years. All right. I want to work with that guy who threw the rock in the quarry next to me just to watch the splash. I love those videos, the ice videos. I'm such a sucker for those TikTok videos of, like, this, what women think we're thinking and then what we're thinking. And it's just like throwing a rock in a quarry and oh my God, that's hilarious. Okay. Let's go to Cartisia. Cartisia.ai. Cartisia. Let me sign in here. Instant clone. Let me see if I can do an instant clone of my. Sir, yes, rather. I was wondering, sir, what, pray tell, by chance, are your qualifications, sir? let me disconnect over there. Hang on. Are we recording? Yeah, I guess we're recorded. Okay. Okay. Yes, carrying on then, rather, pray tell, sir, I was wondering, by chance, if you could share with me, rather, your qualifications. I was wondering if you had any, by chance, qualifications. Sir, of course. Okay. Oh, it must, at most 10 seconds of audio. Okay, fine. I was wondering, by chance, if you could share with me, rather, your qualifications. I was wondering if you had any, by chance. By chance. Oh, it's good. I like it. By chance, if I was wondering, you could share with me. Rather, your qualifications. I was wondering if you had any, by chance. That's fine. All right, so we're just gonna call this like Pompous Kyle. Pompous Kyle. Description: he's a pompous ass. Language: sort of English. Clone. Consent. Yes, you have my consent to use my stupid voice. Okay, so now let's go to ChatGPT and write a pompous script. Okay, I have a character that is a pompous ass. Oh, I think pompous has two S's, doesn't it? No. Must. Whatever. Oh, is it pompous? P-U-S? P-U-S-S? How do you spell pompous? It's hard to be pompous if you don't know how to spell it. Oh, O-U-S. Pompous. Okay, fine. That I have a character that is a pompous ass. um, I need a speech where he asks someone for their qualifications in a rude yet seemingly polite way. Okay. Let's see if we can get ChatGPT to do a little. Here's your speech. Ah, splendid. You're the one I've heard so very much about. Now, before we go any further, purely for my own clarity, you understand, might I trouble you to outline your qualifications? This is good. Nothing tedious, of course, just the highlights. Your formal education. Okay, that's good. We'll just do the short little part here. That's good. All right. You see how this works? All right. Where is my tab? Now, if you wouldn't have so many tabs open, it would be easier to find things. Shut up. Why is that not? Let me reload that. Text to speech. My voices. Pompous Kyle. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Let's see how it is.
Ah, splendid. You're the one I've heard so very much about. Now, before we go any further, purely for my own clarity, you understand, might I trouble you to outline your qualifications?
That's not good.
Nothing tedious.
That's not good. All right, let's go back. It didn't get the accent. It's because it was a shitty accent. All right, so I'm just going to talk normal. So let's see. I'll record a thing here. I'm recording audio to clone my voice. Afterward, I'll be able to produce speech that sounds just like me. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like. All right, 3 to 10 seconds. That was 8.22 seconds. I'm recording audio to clone my voice. Afterward, I'll be able to produce speech that sounds just like me. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like. All right, I got to do this with the little microphone here. I'm recording audio to clone my voice. Afterwards, I'll be able to. I'm recording audio to clone my voice. Afterward, I'll be able to produce speech that sounds just like me. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like. I'm recording audio to clone my voice. Afterward, I'll be able to produce speech that sounds just like me. I can't wait to hear what it sounds like. All right, so we'll call this Kyle overacting. Description: Kyle when he is overacting. It's by the way, if you're new here, a lot of this channel is just me entertaining myself. All right, clone. Yes, I have permission.
It's nice to meet you. Hope you're having a great day.
That's pretty good. Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. You should treat AI as a practice. You can either compete with AI or collaborate with AI. Your choice. The latter sucks less.
Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. You should treat AI as a practice. You can either compete with AI or collaborate with AI. Your choice. The latter sucks less.
It's not bad.
Welcome to the AI Learning Lab.
That was bad.
Treat AI as a practice.
That was really bad.
Welcome to the AI Learning Lab. You should treat AI as a practice. You can either compete with AI or collaborate with AI. Your choice. The latter sucks less.
Website, the one I'm on right now is Cartisia. Cartisia.ai, Cartesia. So it's like 11 Labs, but I think this one's better than 11 Labs. Pro Voice Clone. Oh, you can do the Pro Voice Clone. You'll need 30 to 120 minutes of audio. And then it's more expensive to generate. But the instant voice cloning is pretty good. Localize a voice. Oh, Pompous Kyle. So the input is Pompous Kyle. The output language. Oh, accent. So wait, so we'll do English and then we'll do accent. Oh, this is cool. Southern. Let's do me as Southern. Kyle overacting Southern. Isn't Pompous Kyle British? Yes. Okay, let's go do that. Wait, so wait, we'll localize. Oh, it may take up to 30 seconds to localize your voice. Try Sonic 3. I think I'm using Sonic 3. All right, let me try Pompous Kyle. See if we can throw on some British. Scroll down. Nope, there's no scrolling. Localize. Localizing voice. Okay, now it's working. Or maybe I just didn't see that before. It's in the bottom right there. It's doing something. Localizing voice. Yes, rather. Carrying on. All right, here we go.
It's nice to meet you. Hope you're having a great day.
All right, so good. So let's put in our big old...
Ah, splendid. You're the one I've heard so very much about. Now, before we go any further, purely for my own clarity, you understand, might I trouble you to outline your qualifications? Nothing tedious, of course, just the highlights.
It's not bad. I mean, yes. Yes. Let's see. Yes, that is fascinating, Mr. Shannon. But being that you are technically an employee of British Airways, you likely understand that when we travel for free, we are required required to wear smart pants. Good day, Mr. Shannon. This was a real conversation I had. Good day.
Yes, that is fascinating, Mr. Shannon. But being that you are technically an employee of British Airways, you likely understand that when we travel for free, we are required to wear smart pants. Good day, Mr. Shannon. Good day.
It's not quite there, but it's not bad.
Yes, that is fascinating, Mr. Shannon. But being that you are technically an employee of British Airways, you likely understand that when we travel for free, we are required to wear smart pants. Good day, Mr. Shannon.
I know we might not be in Sonic 3. Let's go see if this is different. This is text to speech. Yeah, there's Pompous Kyle.
Ah, splendid. You're the one I've heard so very much about. Now, before we go any further,
Now, do I have British me? No. I guess you have to do you can't save the dialect as a separate thing. Oh no, I can. Yeah, here I can.
Ah, splendid. You're the one I've heard so very much about. Now, before we go any further, purely for my own clarity, you understand, might I trouble you to outline your qualifications? Nothing tedious, of course. Just the highlights.
That's not bad. All right. Make him mad. Oh yeah. Let's see. Calm, neutral, excited, angry. All right, here he is, angry.
Ah, splendid. You're the one I've heard so very much about. Now, before we go any further, purely for my own clarity, you understand, might I trouble you to outline your qualifications? Nothing tedious, of course. Just the highlights.
Here, let's try calm. Calm is more this personality.
Ah, splendid. You're the one I've heard so very much about. Now, before we go any further, purely for my own clarity.
Man, that sucked. Content. What's that one? Excited, sad. We'll do content.
Ah, splendid. You're the one I've heard so very much about. Now, before we go any further, purely for my own clarity, you understand, might I trouble you to outline your qualifications? Nothing tedious, of course. Just the highlights.
Let's see. Write me a sophisticated poem with wordplay, double and triple entendres, and lots of imagery about a man's love of candy. I just had Twizzlers before I came on. He speaks of sweets as others speak of saints. All right, let's give Cartisia a nice meaty poem. Oh wait, you're not looking at this. That doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. So here's my poem. Let's see. There we go. And what is it? Every 4 lines? Yeah. Every 4 lines. Bang, 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 bang. All right.
He speaks of sweets as others speak of saints, in whispers sugared, reverent, and obscene.
Let's do this excited.
He speaks of sweets as others speak of saints, in whispers sugared, reverent, and obscene, each syllable a caramel that melts between. His tongue and teeth, a slow dissolve of restraint. Licorice lines his thoughts in coils and sin.
Don't like it. Let's do overacting Kyle.
He speaks of sweets as others speak of saints, In whispers sugared, reverent, and obscene. He speaks of sweets as others speak of saints. In whispers sugared, reverent, and obscene. Each syllable a caramel that melts between his tongue and teeth, a slow dissolve of restraint.
That's pretty close.
Licorice lines his thoughts and coils in sin. Black ribbons wrapping logic's brittle spine. He swears devotion to nougat and rind. Says love's a sucker punch. He takes it on the chin. Chocolate, his church.
Sounds like high school English. It does. This is a good, solid high school poem. Oh man! All right, enough playing. So one thing that I would like to do, Brandon's put together a really cool, a really cool is not the right word. A very generous offering. So as you may know or likely know, people that are on SNAP benefits are about to enter the weekend and basically face Monday potentially without food. I assume this is some version of governmental theater and there'll be some last minute reprieve. But if there's not, and it's very possible that there's not going to be, there's going to be a lot of people struggling. So Brandon, do you want to come up? Can you come up and share what you've put together and what you've been thinking about?
Yeah, and I don't know what's going on with my camera.
Yeah.
So let me switch over here.
All right.
There we go.
There you go. Yep.
So I put together a custom GPT, which if you're new here, those are just basically customized versions of ChatGPT that you can put instructions around. And I used the conversation mode when I was building it. So I knew that there was going to be this problem and people were going to be without resources. And I know that United Way is a great resource and you should call 211 in your local community. They have great volunteers nationwide that are available 24 hours a day. But if you don't want to talk to somebody and you need help, you now have the ability to talk to ChatGPT. And keep in mind, with custom GPTs, in this case, I didn't add any proprietary data. I didn't put anything behind it that you couldn't find in a Google search. But what I did was I gave it a personality, I gave it a tone, I gave it a benchmark of what I wanted it to be, a personality of who I wanted it to be. And so if you come over to ChatGPT and you click on Explore under the GPT tab, you just either search for my name, Brandon Tidd, or you search for the word Snap, and you'll probably find this Help After Snap GPT. And what this is a conversational AI.
You're not sharing your screen if you think you are.
Oh, well, it's. How about now?
Yep.
All right. So if you come over to Explore GPTs and search in the bar for either my name or Snap or Help After Snap is the name of the GPT, we start the chat. And it's got some prompts here. So you can either find a food assistance, you give it your zip code and find food assistance. What can I do after losing Snap? Connect to local 211 services, or create a resource list for a client if you're a caseworker or a volunteer that's trying to help somebody else. But if you click on like, what would I do after losing Snap? Not only is it going to give you the information, but most importantly, it's going to give you empathy. You know, I'm really sorry you're going through that. It's really stressful. The good news is that there are still ways to get food. So I did that on ChatGPT, which a lot of people have access to. But if you don't have access to ChatGPT, I also built an Instagram avatar that's Susie Snap Helper that has the same instructions, but is available on Facebook Messenger, on Instagram Messenger, and on WhatsApp. So you can have that same conversation in this environment as well if you don't want to pour your conversation out onto ChatGPT. So they're both free to use, and I hope that they help somebody.
That's absolutely awesome. So first of all, thank you for doing that, for thinking of that. What I'd love to do, Brandon, let's grab the recording from tonight. Let's grab that as a snippet, and we'll boost that on our socials. We'll put it on the salon, but let's also get it out on the socials. And then my request to all of you is when we put that video out there, or if you went and found that right now and you want to talk about it and tag the salon and tag Brandon, that would be great. But yeah, let's get it out there, because I think it's, if indeed we're headed down the path it looks like we're headed down, then people might be looking for help, and that's super cool that you did that. So thank you.
Yep, my pleasure.
Yep, beautiful. Back to AI as a practice. The whole point of talking about AI as a practice has nothing to do with AI. It has to do with us as human beings trying to figure out who we are, and in doing that, understanding that these tools might help us do other things or do more than we might be able to do on our own. And I think the project that Brandon just showed us is a really good example of, he put himself forward first, right? He had this idea, he had this compassion, and he said, hey, I'm in touch enough with what's going on and what's possible with AI. I can just whip this thing up. I can just put it out there. So just like the Advent calendar just got put out there, he was able to kind of have this thought and just instantly be in action. That's the whole idea of AI as a practice, is that you're just in the practice of thinking about it, and right to the point that it becomes second nature. So when you have an idea like that, I want to make a difference. Oh, I could just go make a difference, right? So anyway, kudos. What's Brandon's link? If you go to Brandon, where do you want to put it on the salon? I guess in the community feed and in irregulars. And then we'll do it when we get the video together. We'll put that in. We'll do it as a salon announcement. It's in the community feed right now. So if you go to community.thesalon.ai, on the left-hand side, you'll see toward the top there's a little space, an area called community feed, and it's right in there. All right. And yeah, do me a favor and go share that. Go share that out with the world. All right. Beautiful. Snap Assistance Helper. Very cool. All right. Digital Gods. Super, Brandon. Awesome. Chef Kelly. I had a nice talk with Chef Kelly today. By the way, Chef Kelly showed me some stuff that she put together. And I called her out. She showed me this really nice site she was working on. And before she started demoing it, I'm like, wait a minute. Did you vibe code this? She was like, yes, I did. I was like, yes. She didn't need a technical co-founder to do that. And it was, I got to tell you that I was really impressed with what you put together. That was super cool. Again, that's the thing, is if you start internalizing what AI makes possible, then you will transform from having to think about the tools to just kind of feeling what's possible. And I know that sounds like woo-woo, but I don't know if you heard this, but the resonance of the Earth today is shifting from 7.8 hertz to 78 hertz. There's some weird-ass thing going on, and the frequency of the Earth is going up by an order of magnitude. And so if you're feeling blissful today, it's probably because you're in touch with the Earth. All right. So here's another thing. So here's what I want you to do. Tomorrow is Halloween. Friday night date night. It's Halloween. So what I want you to do is, I want you, as part of your daily AI practice, I want you to, if you're in Midjourney, I want you to go find like a good mood board, or make a mood board, or go find a style that you like. If you like Nano Banana, go do some things there. I want you all thinking about Halloween images you could make. Now, here's the deal. I don't want these to just be like, oh yeah, make a picture of a zombie, like just boring, like quick little prompts. I want you to think about create excellence, that sort of second stage. If the first stage of AI readiness is play, that second stage of create excellence, come up with an idea. So It might be a song, it might be a video, it might be a series of images, it might be a mood board that you can share with other people. But tomorrow night, what I want to do is I just want to have a blast making not just Halloween art, but like really kick-ass Halloween art. All right. So if you haven't been running down the Halloween rabbit holes, start doing that. And then tomorrow on Friday night date night, we'll have a good party. We'll have a beautiful party. All right. It's Halloween. Kyle must do battle with Dar. Oh my God. Dar, the TikTok star. How we miss her. Okay. Tomorrow, there's Friday night date night tomorrow night. Should be normal time. At 11 a.m. Mountain Time is AI office hours. So how you find that is you go to my LinkedIn profile, Kyle Shannon on LinkedIn, and just go to my events, and you'll see them in there. It's always the same URL, and that's at 11 a.m. It's also posted in the AI Salon now. So if you go into the AI Salon and click on events, you'll see my office hours. The AI Salon office hours and meet and greet is in there, so you can get to the link that way. And then the other thing, so next Tuesday is our AI Salon Presents, and what we're actually presenting is an articulated version of this AI as a daily practice that is ultimately going to make its way into the AI Salon Mastermind. And so the Mastermind right now is just kind of it's a subscription-based area, and there's clubs and things in there. We're completely re-architecting how we're doing the Mastermind. What the Mastermind is going to become is that's going to be the place where you go to design your daily AI practice. We're going to do it in the structured way. I'm really excited about what we're doing. But we're going to introduce that idea of AI as a practice next Tuesday. And so I'm going to talk about things I do. Liz Miller-Gershfeld, my co-host, is going to talk about things she does. This is really her brainchild, is this whole idea. So she's going to talk about, what we're doing and how she does it. And then we're going to hear from other people in the community who really do treat AI like a practice. So next Tuesday is going to be quite a powerful session, quite a powerful meeting. So from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Mountain Time next Tuesday night. So put it on your calendar and just be there. All right. If you're treating AI like a practice, there may be time at the end for, we're getting some people to agree ahead of time. There might be time for other people to share, but it's going to be super inspiring. Okay. So tomorrow night, high quality Halloween. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Come to office hours. You can come in costume too. That would be cool. And then next Tuesday, we've got the AI Salon Presents. We're going to talk about this AI as daily practice. All right. Brandon's costume is going to be AI generated. I'm gonna go as a fat entrepreneur with bad hair. Angry Gen Xer. Yeah, I'm gonna go as the angry Gen Xer. Oh, good Lord, good people. All right, cool. Hope you had fun tonight. Maybe learned a little something. Groovy. Have a good one, all right? Peace out.